Welcome to Papa Bojo's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make falafel. What is falafel? Falafel are Middle Eastern fried chickpea fritters. There's probably more than 100 different recipes for this, but this is my recipe. It's a recipe that I like, and it's actually really good. I hope you'll give it a try if you want to try falafel. What's critical, the first critical thing for making falafel is you must use fresh chickpeas. Do not use canned chickpeas. If you use canned chickpeas, it's going to be just a mushy mess and it's not going to be very good. Now, what you want to do is the day before, you want to take 1 cup, for this recipe, you want to take 1 cup of fresh chickpeas and you want to soak it in about a teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, and you want to let that set overnight. And you want to fill the water about 2 inches above the top of your chickpeas when you do that. I've already done it for mine. And what you end up with is these swell a little bit, and you end up with almost 3 cups of chickpeas. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to put all this mixture together. And then when you're done doing this, you want to let it set in the refrigerator for a minimum of 3 hours or overnight. And then once I have this all done and I have it setting, I'm going to do a second video showing you how to fry these, okay? So your ingredients I'll go over real quickly, and then I'll have it posted what the ingredients are. But what you're going to need is, like I mentioned, you're going to need 1 cup of dried chickpeas soaked overnight in baking powder liquid. Then you're going to need 2 cups of cilantro. You're going to need 2 cups of flat leaf parsley. You're going to need about 6 green onions sliced up. You're going to reserve about 4 tablespoons or 1/2 cup of the liquid from the chickpeas in case we need it. And then we're going to have salt, cayenne pepper, fresh cracked black pepper, cumin, some more baking powder, some cardamom, and some baharat, and some toasted sesame seeds. That's it for the list of ingredients. And now I'm going to show you how to assemble this. What you're going to need is you're going to need the steel blade of your food processor. If you don't have a food processor and you have a blender with a steel blade, that works too. Then you're going to take your greens. You're going to take your flat leaf parsley and your cilantro, and you're going to put this in, and then we're going to process this. And that's what it should look like in the beginning of the processing. Next, we're going to add in our green onions and half of the chickpeas, and we're going to process. We're going to process on low, then medium. Now we're going to add in the rest of our chickpeas, and we're going to process. We're going to add in all of our spices minus the sesame seeds. We're going to first stir in our spices just a little bit to mix them up a little. And now we're going to process this until it's fairly fine. Now we're going to check the consistency and see if I squeeze this, if the patty will stay together. And no, it won't. So I'm going to add in about half of my liquid, my reserved liquid. I'm going to add in about half of my reserve liquid. And I'm going to stir. And now I'm going to process again. I'm going to push down the sides and continue processing. Now, careful, we'll come in here and we'll take one and we'll make a patty. And this patty will now stay together. So now we know we're done with this. Now we're going to add our sesame seeds. So now I'm going to carefully take my blade out, add my sesame seeds, and I'm going to stir these in. We're going to incorporate the sesame seeds evenly, and then we'll be done with the food processor. I'm going to now spoon all of this into a container. It can be a glass container, it could be Tupperware, whatever you want. I'm going to pack it in. Once I have my bowl filled, I'm going to flatten it out just to the best of my ability. Then I'm going to take some saran wrap or plastic wrap, and I'm going to put that in. I'm just going to put it just to cover over it a little bit because we don't want it to dry out. And I'm going to set mine in the fridge overnight. And then when I fry it, I'll do the video showing you how to fry these. And that's all there is to making the falafel prior to frying. Now, one good thing about falafel, I think I may have mentioned it, it's vegan. It's all the way vegan. You can change the recipe relative to spices you want, relative to how much cayenne pepper, if you want it spicier, you want to leave it out, you can do that. If you don't want sesame seeds, you can leave those out too. But what you don't want to change the value of the cilantro and the parsley. I mean, you can if you don't like cilantro, but you're just not going to get the flavor that you really want. But in the end, you make it your own. So what we'll do, like I said, I'm going to do a second video. I'm going to show you how to fry these after these set in the fridge overnight. For me, you only need to set it in at least 3 hours because you want all the flavors to intermingle. And then we'll show you how to fry these. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Papa Boja's Kitchen. I hope to see you again. You definitely want to come and see how you fry these puppies. Buon appetito, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.